Hey everyone, Sergio with the Rideshare guy. I was going to say welcome to another episode of Sergio's Diaries, but this is not it. This is bigger than that. So let's get to the chase. Today, in Washington D.C., the CEO of Uber, Dara Khosrowshahi, was on stage announcing some major news regarding their driver community. It was titled Only on Uber 2025. This is pretty customary. Uber does two things. In spring, they put out Go Get 2025 for the riders, and towards fall or winter, they put out Only on Uber for drivers. There is a lot to unpack, so settle down. FYI, if you're watching this, there is a corresponding article on our blog. You must subscribe in order to read the blog. So, the newsletter also went out about the same time as this video did. All I'm asking is just go to www.therideshareguy.com and subscribe to the free newsletter. Free, folks. There isn't much free these days, okay? So, there are some things in this package. It's a big package, folks. There are some things that I really like. There are some things that are meh, and then you will have to make up your own mind regarding all these changes. So let's get going. The things I like, I'm going to save for the best for the last. I'm going to save it for later. So first, these changes are what drivers asked according to Uber. As you guys know, there is Uber Crew now. I've attended a couple of these Uber Crew meetings. I'm not sure. I don't think they come anywhere near Show Me the Money Club. But according to Uber, they listened to the driver community and they made these changes. Let's see what you guys think about it. Please comment below. And if you do want to reach out to me, my email is sergio@therideshareguy.com. So, to start with, Uber is piloting digital tasks. Now, Uber has been doing this around the globe for a while now. They're saying that you don't have to be just driving and delivering to earn money on Uber any longer. There is a new way within the app you can earn some money. AI-powered microtasks, they're calling it. They're going to be in the app. Now, if you do go to the article that I wrote and it was just published, you will see screenshots of what I'm talking about. So these AI-powered tasks are going to be, they're not going to need any education. They're not going to need any experience. Now, will they replace you driving or delivering, getting tipped? Absolutely not. But if it's a day that you're not driving, you may earn some few bucks. You may earn a few dollars doing this. It's a pilot. It's not for everyone yet, but it's shortly, it should be. So drivers have asked that they want to make some money while they're not driving. Well, here's your choice. Here's your chance. What this is actually is that AI labeling. Okay, Uber has been testing this around the globe. It seems like it went well. They're bringing it to the US. It's a pilot, so if it's not in your app, don't get frustrated. It will be shortly. Second thing, for drivers, trip experience updates, and for couriers as well. We talked about this on Show Me the Money a few times already. In fact, we talked about it just this past Tuesday. Uber has released their smarter navigation tools. That's what they're calling it. So don't, shoot the messenger. I'm just a messenger here. As you all know, we used to have gray clouds of doom covering our maps, unless search showed up, which is very rare, especially in LA where I'm at. What they did is they changed the colors completely now. Now they introduced all kinds of colors, all right? This is going nationwide, by the way. They piloted it. Uber Crew folks, I guess, liked it. And now it's going nationwide. Drivers nationwide will have access to the new rides heat map. I'm sure most of you already have seen this, and you've seen it on Show Me the Money. It's yellow for slow, orange for busier, and red for very busy, meaning your expectation of what trips and how soon you would get a trip. Now, is this good for veterans? Not sure. I already know where it's busy. I already know when and where to work. But for newbies, I think this is a good tool. The other thing they have done is they have changed the search colors. Okay, search colors are now pink and purple. Well, that reminds me, are they copying Lyft here? I am not sure. What do you all think about this, the smart navigation tools, and what do you specifically think about the new rides heat map? I'm not sure. I think that they went overkill here. They went from gray clouds of doom to too many colors, I think. But time will tell. Again, you guys please comment below. Another thing, more safety features, more peace of mind, Uber calls it. We talked about this on Show Me the Money as well. Which one was that? Women to women matching, right? Unfortunately, there aren't that many females driving on the platforms. From what I know, it's about 20%, and most of them do not drive the drunk hours, right? But Uber's piloting this program, and they're extending it now to Baltimore, Minneapolis, Philadelphia, Seattle, Portland, and Washington, D.C. Well, they're saying that a lot of female drivers are opting to pick up just female passengers. Now, before you email me and say, "Oh, this is not right," as male drivers, we're going to get less trips. Look, this is. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference because just for the fact that there aren't enough female drivers on the platform. So we'll see how this goes. But I do like this idea. I like a lot of female riders being able to get matched with female drivers. Now, the if you do go to the article, again, I keep mentioning it because all the screenshots were provided by Uber to us, and I was able to insert all these screenshots. The other thing is for female drivers, there's going to be a toggle on and toggle off switch in this. So that doesn't mean just because you're female, you're automatically going to be opted in and you just have to pick up females. You could pick up anyone, but if you specifically want to limit your pickups to just female riders, you have a choice to do so. And it's the same thing goes for the riders as well. So, I like this idea. I don't think it's going to hurt the drivers. Another safety tool, more than a safety tool, I think it's a pick your rider tool for me. Anyway, this showed up in my app and it should be showing up. It's going nationwide as well. There's a minimum rating app in the app now. So you can actually set your limit on the rider rating. I'm going to set it at 4.6. There is also another opt-in or toggle in and toggle out switch on this. So I turned mine on, rider rating, trip filter, and I set it at 460. Now, what you can do with this is, let's say in the morning, right? You're not going to have too many drunks. You can set it maybe a little bit lower. But in the evenings, maybe if you're driving drunk hours, you can set it higher. So this is not like set it and forget it. You can change it as much as you want. Okay? Now, here's one of the things that I really, really like. It's called launching of delayed ride guarantee. Okay? As you guys know, most of you, when you do email me saying, "Oh, Serge, trip went another 10 minutes and another 2 miles. Uber Algo did not know about this, and now I'm not getting my upfront pay adjusted." Well, good news on this front. If a trip, and Lyft has this, by the way, again, Uber looks like it's following Lyft on this. Uber says that for unknown reasons, sometimes trips go longer in duration or distance. Uber says if a trip goes longer than 5 minutes, this is not just waiting period, folks. As you know, when you go pick up your rider, there is a few pennies that they pay for waiting. This is above and beyond that. Let's say you took a trip, and Uber app upfront info was that it's going to take 30 minutes. Well, what if it took 45 minutes? So again, 5 minutes is on you, but for those 10 minutes, you're going to get paid. Now, I don't know the details. Uber did not tell me the details of how much you're going to get paid, but the fare is automatically going to get adjusted up because the trip went longer than anticipated. So I think that's a good thing. It's called delayed ride guarantee. So I'm looking at my paperwork because this is a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Now, for drivers, for a lot of us, tipping has become a major source of income. Okay. And we talked about on Show Me the Money countless times how you could earn more tips. To start with, obviously, is having a clean car, right? But now on iOS, and what Uber is going to do is going to remind riders who just got out of the car in their screen in the front, they're going to put a reminder on the live action screen. I think that's a pretty good deal, right? They're going to remind riders, hey, do you want to tip your driver? I think that's pretty good. So let's see what else we got. We got more. We got a lot more. I'm going to save the best for last, as I said. So there is something in here for riders. There is something in here for drivers. Okay, not right. Sorry, couriers and drivers, rideshare drivers. There is going to be a nationwide launch of courier rating protections. I talked to a lot of couriers as well who do Uber Eats. They say, Serge, I went to the restaurant and it was closed and Uber dinged me with a cancellation. Well, no more. No worries about that. They're going to take your word for it and they're going to take away that cancellation hit that your, let's say, your acceptance rate and cancellation rate, that hit is going to go away. One other thing. Now, this has been going on for a while. There is in-app deactivation appeals. I don't know what you all think about it, but I think the system is a little bit better than what it used to be. But now, according to Uber, there's going to be more scrutiny paid to what riders are sending Uber, meaning they're going to look into it. A human is going to start looking into it, into the complaints, as opposed to just some algorithm deactivating you and ruining, right, what you have going, basically ending your livelihood. And when it comes to fraudulent reports from riders, Uber says riders are going to get kicked off the Uber platform as easily as drivers are, because they're going to keep track of how many complaints a rider is sending to Uber regarding their drivers trying to get their $6 back. Okay, we know how that goes. So these are the things. So there's two or three more things. Hallelujah. I do a lot of deliveries, folks. I don't know about you folks, but I do a lot of deliveries. I enjoy it. It gets me out of the car, gets me walking. That's my recommendation to you as well, by the way. If you're working the morning shift, lunchtime is going to be busy with deliveries. Why don't you try Uber Eats? I like it. Guess what, folks? For years, I've been telling this to Uber. There is something called tip baiting, right? So meaning a consumer receives their food, they eat it, they literally go to the bathroom, and then within an hour, they change their mind and take the tip away. BS, I called that actually to the face of the head of Uber Eats when I met him. And he says, we're working on it. It's been 2 years. Finally, it's here. When you do receive a pickup order for food or for groceries, and most of the time it will say tip included. Now that tip is guaranteed, even if the consumer takes the tip away and tries to tip bait you. I think this is amazing. I think this is wonderful. So, good news for couriers. And one other thing that I really like, and I pushed Uber on this, and then they got back to me finally. Now, they didn't tell me what city, so I need your help with this. Let's see if you're getting this. As you all know, okay, how long does the Uber ping last? We looked into it. We actually measured it. It's exactly 10 seconds, and Lyft is 15 seconds. While you're driving, right, by the time you look down, you already lost 2-3 seconds. You're down to 6-7 seconds. You have to figure out if this next trip that you want to take on is a profitable one or not. Okay. What is Uber doing? Finally, they listened. And they're in some cities, they said. They didn't tell me which, so I need your help. Email me, Sergio@therideshareguy.com. If you feel like the ping is longer than 10 seconds, they are extending the ping duration. They said by up to a third. So we take everything we can get. It was 10 seconds, so a third of 10 seconds is another 3.3 seconds. So that's 3.3 seconds is a lot, actually. So in some cities, they said they're going to extend the ping duration to up to a third longer. I take their word for it, but then you guys are my eyes and ears. If you do see something like that, if all you have to do is, by the way, look at your watch and then count to 10 from the start of a ping to the end of a ping. I think this is amazing. The reason is it's safer, right? We have more time to digest the offer. We have more time to analyze the offer, and then we can make a profitable decision for ourselves. Okay? Let me scroll through my article because, again, please go to www.therideshareguy.com. Sign up to the newsletter to see all the screenshots that I'm talking about. I think I went pretty much everything. If I missed it, again, that's why you should go to the article. Go check it out. It's free newsletter on our blog. It's a must, really. If you're a rideshare driver or a courier, it's a must. So with all these changes, couple of them I really like. Tip baiting I like a lot. Extended ping duration I like a lot. I actually like some of this AI tasks, right? Simple tasks that you don't even have to be driving. You could be sitting home and you could be doing some task and get paid for it. Now, they didn't tell me what the pay is going to be, but hey, I like it. There's a lot going on here. So last but not least, here's my take on it. I get it, only on Uber 2025. It sounds impressive. There are some things I like in it. There are some nothing burgers in it. But you all are going to say already, this is not going to pay me more. Why are they not increasing the fares? I agree. There's not much in here that tells me that either hourly pay or dollars per mile and minute, if you're still not on the upfront fares system and you still have a rate card. I don't think anybody does, with the exception of Washington State. So I am not sure. Our cost of living has gone through the roof over the last 5 years. Have our earnings kept pace with inflation? Absolutely not. In fact, our earnings have declined under upfront fares. So is this a bunch of nothing burger? No, I'm not going to say that. But what I'm going to say is that there are some good things in here, but then overall, none of this is going to, I think, make us more money. So let me know what you think. Please join us every Tuesday on Show Me the Money Club. We're going to break this all down next week on Show Me the Money, obviously. Talk about it, one by one individually. But again, do yourself a favor. Go to our website, www.therideshareguy.com, and subscribe to the newsletter. Because that's the only way you're going to see the screenshots and you can visualize what's going on here. So you all stay healthy. Please be safe out there. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please put a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And join us Tuesday on Show Me the Money at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Chris and I are looking forward to hosting you again.